right, we are live. Happy Sunday. This is November the 12th, and hope everybody's doing well. And just coming to you live here on Facebook, and the replay will be available on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and get everything together for you. I have some really fun projects for our Club Create for November. So I'm super excited to show you that and have a fun little box that goes with it. So that'll be fun. All right, so let me, without further ado, before I forget, so this tonight at midnight is my deadline to go ahead and sign up for my November, it's like a Santa's workshop coming up on Sunday next week. Really excited about that. It's 1:30 to 5 here in Indian Trail. You can also get it to go if you're interested. But it's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of sneak peeks I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick. I have just a couple of things. Don't want to spoil anything, but I'm going to be making something like this. It's a little box, and it's going to hold several really cute cards. So what this is, Santa's Workshop, is Christmas cards, bags, tags, and gift giving. So I'm not going to show you everything, but we have a couple of really fun projects. So there's this, some cute little matching envelopes. We also have this, and flashing a couple more things here. We have this, and again, cute little box. You're going to learn how to make that. And then let me just keep showing you. I don't want to point the camera in case somebody doesn't want to be, somebody wants to be surprised, so you're not going to get a good look, but put that out of the way. We're also going to make something like this, There's an add-on class. There's actually two add-on classes. One is going to be this, and you actually get the stamp set that goes with it. And then there's also another add-on, which I don't think I have here actually. No, it was actually at my craft fair. It is a nativity scene. It's fully lighted, and it's in a really awesome shadow box. I sold like 4 of them at the craft fair, so it was really good. A lot of people like them, and I'm going to be also doing them for Christmas gifts because they went over so well. But everybody really loved them, so that's available also. Have sold a couple of those to go also, just so you can do that to go as well. All right, so without further ado, if you're joining me, say hi. Hi, Cassie. Good to see you. I know you had a lot of fun yesterday at the on stage at home. I'm so glad you're able to join that. That was great. And let's see what else I have. Oh, I still have my class available online until it's going to end tomorrow. But it's these that we did last Sunday, and this one. And then I also did the really cute surprise card. This was the one that I showed you. You open it up, super cute. And then there, so that was 1. This was 2. Open that up. It's the same exact design. It's hard to do it backwards. So that, and then the third one was this one. And then the wood grain. I just love that wood grain. It's so fun. So that's still available for free with a $40 order. If you go over 50, you get the gems from me for free. So let me get everything ready for tonight. Hope you guys are all doing well. point my camera down here and we will get started. Okay, so this is what we've got. And I went ahead and did the coloring before. So this is keeping with the same exact bundle that I used last Sunday. Is the Joy of Noel. Has these awesome dies with it, and they actually coordinate too with the Christmas classic dies, which I love so very much. But tonight we're just going to be using these and this stamp set. Okay, so I have some really fun projects to show you. We'll be doing some of the cutting together. I think a lot of times it just helps to do the cutting together, and that way you guys can see a lot of kind of everything in motion, right? Just kind of how it all comes together. So looks like I'm kind of running out of space. I was just, when I came on, I just kind of came in hot. We were out shopping at Costco, shut the place down, and I was like, I gotta go. It's my live. So here we are. Okay. So the very first card, let me get my cutter out here. This is my paper trimmer. Has the scoring blade and the cutting blade. It's super awesome. The first card that we will do is this card. And it's beautiful. It has this decorative die or decorative cutout, some greenery on it, and then you open it up. So it's a pretty simple card, but it's really different, right? So it's a little bit, has a different flair to it. And I'm going to get my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, and then we'll be ready to roll. So, get this. If you have any questions about anything, yes, Mr. A is doing awesome. He just ran us all around Costco, and we had a fun time. So, okay, so here we are. Let me get one more embossing folder. So, I love this quatrefoil embossing folder. To me, it just feels like Christmas. I don't know why. It's a little fancy. So that's what I did on this one here. You can also use this beautiful Merry Melody, which is a 3D, and that's in the new Holiday Mini. And then I also have this one, Christmas Tidings, which I love this one, but it is right now, I think it's sold out or on back order. You can't order it right now, but it's another really awesome. So the point is, use what you have, right? You can go ahead and place an order and get one of these that you may not have any of them, but all of them will work. So I'm going to use the, hi Amy, welcome. I'm going to use the quatrefoil, I think, because I just like that one so well. So we will start with a white, and this is a thick white. So we're going to cut it at 5.5 by 4 1/4. Save my other piece up here. All right, so I'm just going to, I lied to you. I totally did that the other way. So I'm going to make it exactly like the one that I have. And I'm going to get another piece of thick basic white. And we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. My bad. Let me get my directions, just some not crazy here. Yes. So you're actually going to cut it at 4 1/4. So you're going to cut it long ways, right? This is why we do it together. And then I'm going to stretch my arm out here, and I'm going to actually cut it at 9 3/4. All right. So it's a little bit shorter. Get that exactly where I want it. And then I'm still going to score it at 5.5 because that would be the center if we didn't cut it off, right? So there we go. And then this shorter piece will be our front because we want this to kind of hang off and show our designer series paper. All right, that's the whole point of this. This paper that we're using, why don't I show you that? That would be a great idea. It's the Joy of Christmas, and it features these awesome prints and like buffalo check, the music notes. That's why I said the music will be really good to coordinate. And this has some of the wood grain. It's kind of a a gray or kind of like it's actually our pebbled path is actually the color of it. And you can see this is more the pecan pie because there's the difference. I love this paper though. And there's the green. This is a beautiful, I love this. This is like so pretty. And there's a bigger kind of music note, right? You can see all the different colors. Love this red. This is like cherry cobbler and real red. So you can, it's interchangeable. And I've almost used this entire pack up. And it also coordinates with this wonderful, if you don't have any of this yet, you need to get it. It's black and very vanilla ribbon. And it's different than our white and black gingham. It's a little bit wider. It's softer to me. It feels like more silky. And it just ties really, really well. And it looks great, even with the white or vanilla cardstock. Just so you know. I've been using it with both. It's actually featured with this paper. So, okay, so back to our card. That's what we're going to be using. And keep in mind, too, that starting the 14th, going until the 16th, 14, 15, 16, all of our, let's see, ribbons and trims in the annual catalog are all 10% off. All inks, refills, Stampin' Write markers, and the blends, the alcohol markers, those are 15% off for the 3 days. And then all cardstock, designer series paper, and specialty papers in the annual catalog are 20% off. So run on that first day and get your stuff because I guarantee you everything's going to go out of stock. So especially if you're just starting out, it's a good way to go ahead and get those colors and get everything, all your, if you like a certain color family, get the color family, get those colors that you love. Okay, so there's that. Let's keep on trucking. So here's our card base. And then what we're going to do is I've taken some of these pieces here. I just chose them because they're some of my favorites, right? And this is scored in half. So what this will be is kind of like our binder here, like around the edge, the back, the binding of the actual card. So we'll go ahead and lay that down. I'm actually just going to lay the back of it down until I can get the front laid the way that I want it. I'll show you what I mean. So, all right, so there's that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I actually cut this a little bit wider than I needed because what I want it to do is to coordinate here. You guys see how that matches? So pretty. Put that upside down. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. If you notice, I'm using just the back side of the same paper. So I show one side, and then I'm flipping the other side up. So that's the beauty of the designer series paper. The two sides always coordinate. Thank you, Stampin' Up. I love it. Okay. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inside here first before we finish the outside. Just get this all laid down. I'm just going to lay this like right on top of here. Overlap just a little bit. Don't have to have it exact. It's not perfection here. Much the same, I guess, for the outside. So let's just go ahead and lay that down. Make it easy peasy. And again, you will get all of the measurements in your tutorial. And this is our Club Create for this month. So you're going to get 2 of each. And these are beautiful. Love them. Can't grab that. Good grief. I don't want to get my finger right in the glue, right? We all know how that goes. I'm just going to butt this one up to it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be covering part of that up, but you're going to be able to see all of those beautiful colors blend together. All right, now what we're going to do, so here's the red. See how that lines up so well? We're going to actually cover over that a little bit. Looks like I might have a little bit of hanging off here. Just cut that before I go any further. Okay, awesome, perfect. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna run my real red. This is real red again, real red, cherry cobbler. It all coordinates. And let me get this quatrefoil in. The Stampin' Up sign up. I think I need to get this underneath it. And that going through there. Here we go. Yes. Oh, you need paper. Okay, Cassie, this is the time to get it. You're going to get everything you need at a discount plus your discount of being a demonstrator. So that's a great time to do it. All right. I'm going to be stocking up on a lot of paper too. And I actually have a couple of ink pads that I'm going to be replacing. Some of mine are just old and just time to go. Time to get new ones. Okay. So there's that. So we're going to line this up and do my little glue here. Lay this down. Okay, cover all the weight up. All right, isn't that beautiful? I mean, you could literally just stop. Just say Merry Christmas and have a great card. But we're not going to do that. We're going to keep on trucking. Okay, so here we go. Now, like I said, I have, what did I do with it? Everything over here. I've already went ahead and colored in with our blends markers. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut one of these out with a die. If you don't have this set yet, you really need this set. It is a great one for Christmas. Super, super pretty. All right, so here we go. I'm also going to use the, my directions out of the way. Some of this same garden green. And I'm going to cut out a couple of these wispies, probably 3 of these. So let me get my self together and bring this back up here. And we'll run this through. Okay. That piece. I know you guys can't see what I'm loading up, but I'm loading it all in here so that you'll see it on the other side. Lining everything up. Okay. Here's that. I'm going to cut this so that it's not so big. Just with fussy cutting. Makes it easier to manage with 2 sheets on one platform. So we'll do that. So is everybody doing okay? Everybody ready for the week ahead? I know I am. It's going to be a good week. It's out of. There we go. Okay, there's one of those. And I used, on my blends, I used the Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. I did a little bit of the Pretty Peacock here, and I did the Real Red, the dark and the light. So I used dark and light on each one of those. So that's that. And then I'm going to cut 2 more of these out. And we're actually going to layer them underneath it to give some like more wispy and just some extra dimension. Sorry, I'm shaking the whole table. But I think those little wispy kind of like the greenery adds a lot. So we'll do it. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Which of the black ink doesn't bleed? That is Memento Black that you need. That is what you use when you have the alcohol markers. Okay, so there's that. That's all we need for that one, except I'm going to use our bow punch. Can you guys see this? The bow punch here. And I'm going to actually use some scrap silver adhesive. Love that. If you don't have this, this is in the in the mini, in the current mini. It's really great. You get the gold and the silver. It's this one right here. Sorry to be blinding you. I'm going to get some extra. I have some over here. But it already has the adhesive back to it, so it makes it really easy. You just literally peel it off and stick it down. So I'm going to do a couple more of these. So just think outside of the box, right? This is not actually part of the bundle, but look how beautiful that is. Oops, kind of got stuck in there. I'm going to do another one. Another one of the little ones here. I love those little ones. I use this bow punch constantly. I think it's actually on back order. It's a good one. It's a really, really good one. Okay, so there's that. I think we're good there. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Make sure I'm good. Yep. Okay, so there's that. Let's bring our card back in. And I'm going to cut these out. All right, and so just really get these ready to go on, and I'm going to actually adhere them to the underside of our beautiful cutout here to do this. All right. So I'm going to get my dimensionals. I'm going to get some glue. I'm just kind of adding them wherever. All right. So there's one. Wherever it looks like it needs it, I just kind of stick it down. And you can even like cut these. Look at this. So they're kind of big. And you're actually doing it underneath, so nobody would know. Just split it up, right? If you want some here. And then a little bit more down here. You can split those up. And look how much prettier that makes that. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So it just adds a little something, something. I feel the same way about this silver pieces. So they're adhesive, right? We already said that. You just take the contact paper off. And you have glue on your hands. That doesn't work so well. Everything wants to stick to your hands. See if I can get this unstuck here. If you're joining us, say hi. Let me know you're watching. And that just pulls right off. And literally, I'm going to actually have this one kind of, because that's bigger. So let me get these dimensionaled up. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So I think I'm going to do that one there. I'm just going to lay that down so I can get these others in place where I want them. Come on, paper. There it goes. I'm going to do this one here. Kind of like them under the greenery. There's that one. And it's kind of like a lackadaisical stamping night, right? So nice. There's that one under there. And I've got one more. I just think that adds so much bling, doesn't it? It's so pretty. Well, these have been coming off for me like easier than I would hoped, and now it's because I'm on a live. That's the reason. All right, here it comes. Okay, and my fingers are all sticky. Put my finger right in the glue. Stick that right underneath there. So there we go. So that is card number 1. Isn't that simple? So you open it up here. And if you want, you can add some ribbon. That's what I did to this first one here. I just had it laying around, so I thought, hey. And I'd use different silver sprigs. So, same card. So there you go. All right, moving on to card number 2. That will be this one right here. Love this card. Card number 2, it's kind of like a trifold card. Can you see that? And it features the beautiful like sprigs here. I did these in Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, and Cherry Cobbler on this one. So that's what I did there. So we'll go ahead and cut these out. I have the elements for the Designer Series paper all right here. So let me get those. And I might as well, while I'm here, I might as well cut that one out too. And just get those done. And then lastly, I think I've got one more. Let's see. Yes. I'm going to do some pretty peacock in those little sprigs too. So let me cut off some of those. Fussy cut piece. Okay. And then we will be done with our die cutting. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to load this thing up. Make use of every inch of this. So in order to do that, I'm going to actually cut this off. You guys know, always load your platform up. All right, so I got those 2 there. I can do this one, stick that down there. Kind of doing this where I can't see very well. This is going to get right here. Line that up. You know what, you guys? I am so thankful Stampin' Up! Has all the dies to match all the stamp sets. It makes life so easy. Like, you don't have to sit and think, well, I wonder what goes with what. Does that match? Does this go with this stamp set? I was just thinking about that. And when I started many years ago, I I remember thinking about that. Like, I can't even put a card together. I don't even know what goes with what. Well, now it's like, now we have these great dies. We never had those 20 years ago either, by the way. So it makes it so much easier. Okay. So let me put this back on here. I'm going to load this back up and run it back through again. And that takes all the guesswork out, which I love. Okay. Here's that. And I love these colors together. Believe it or not, the olive and the Lost Lagoon and the peacock in that, I love those colors. It's great for Christmas. Take this guy out of here. That and this way. Do this way. If I can get it lined up there. Here we go. Just run that through this time and then back one more and we're good. Okay. Okay. So let me get this guy unloaded. That's trash. And we got one more sprig. And then we are good to go. Okay. All right, here we are. Toss that in the garbage. And I believe we are done die cutting, embossing, and the whole nine. I believe we're all good with that. So, okay. So the card number 2 features the pecan pie or pecan pie, whoever is saying it, wherever you're from. And let me get my directions. This one is going to be cut. You're going to cut 5.5. And then we will be at 8.25. So it's a little bit shorter. It's a 1/4 inch shorter than typical. It kind of just makes it better with the scoring and the, you don't have to go 16ths and 8ths and all kinds of crazy. So what we are going to do is score this at, scored at 1.5. Oh, don't grab the cutting blade. That would not be good. And then we're going to do the exact same on the other side. Okay. So on this one, the design is such that you will be got a mountain and a valley. Mountain and a valley, mountain and a valley. So your part that you're going to be riding on is actually going to be in the back. Okay. It's a little different. Different is good. We like different. Okay, so we've got this. This is the base of our card, just like the other that you saw. All right, and we are going to adhere down. I did 2 layers of designer series paper. Again, this beautiful red. You could do this too. You could do whatever you wanted. You could do that. You could do whatever. But what we're going to do is actually make a wreath on the front here, on the center of this. So I just thought doing classic red and green. How could you ever go wrong? So we're just going to go ahead and adhere this down and get that for you. Love that combination. Different textures on the papers. Okay. And then it's going to line up really beautifully on that pecan pie. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that. Makes me happy. So just do a little line of glue, or you can use the seal. Stamp and seal is awesome too. It's really just preference. I have the stamp and seal and I use it sometimes. It's certainly faster, but I've gotten so used to the glue, I just use it most of the time. And then what I did is I cut 2 side panels, and I'm going to use that real pretty larger music notes. I live close to woods, and I'm hearing like so many gunshots. I know this is hunting season, guns, like this gun season, right? It just started, and it was, I think yesterday it started, and we have heard so many gunshots. I'm like, holy cow. But it just freaks you out, right? You're just like, where's all those gunshots coming from? It's right behind our house. I know that, but still. It's not a very comforting sound. Deer or no deer. Sorry. Okay, so let me go ahead and hear this side down. So that's all you're going to do. Really basic. Again, these are really, really easy fun fold cards. Love to give y'all a lot of fun ideas. You can implement this with other designer series papers and different things that you're doing and creating. Isn't that beautiful? Love that so much. You could even use that embossing folder, the music note embossing folder, and do that on the front here. Do it in like maybe just a green or just a red. It would be really pretty. So for this, what we're now going to do is actually kind of lay out our wreath. Y'all know I like to lay it out before I glue it down. It gets a little permanent when it's all glued down, so I want to see exactly what it looks like. I might bring this down a little bit more, right? So what I'm going to do to this, get my little glue out here. And I'm going to just do a little dab of glue underneath where I want it. Right? Do that. And you guys also know the beauty of the glue is that you do have some time before it actually dries. So like that, I can move it around, make it bigger, whatever I want to do with it. Okay. Love that. Okay. Do it here. Do it there. All right, so I have my wreath and it's almost completely dried. This last piece. So what I'm going to do now is check my text. Hi, Chelsea. Good to see you. I am going to take my peacock little sprigs that I made. Chelsea, did you have fun on stage with Judy? So fun that she was able to go to Lincoln and see y'all. It looked like y'all had a lot of fun. It's always great to get together in person. I know y'all miss that. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing here with the little sprigs. I'm going to cut these in half though because they're a little big. And like I said, we can absolutely mask that underneath. So let me just do that real quick. There's no perfection to this, you guys. Just cut them in half, right? Okay. All right, now we're ready to grab our glue back. Yes, that's so special. Judy is a really good friend. She used to live in Lincoln, Nebraska. And Chelsea lives in Lincoln on her team. And Judy was able to go back and see her team for on stage. So I thought that was really cool. She was excited about that. All right, so we're just going to glue these around. Okay. Again, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of giving it some dimension here. All right. There's a lot of gunshots going on. Oh, man, oh man. All right. And then this one, and we got one more. Lay that baby down. Okay, there's the back. Here's the beautiful front. Isn't that beautiful? You guys see that? It's so pretty, isn't it? Kind of matches my fingernails. All right, whoops. Still not dry. I think my fingers are still too sticky. Ugh. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and dimensional these guys up. I'm going to kind of put them on the inside. That way I know it's not going to hang off here. And that way I don't have any issues with where it's sticking down. Okay, here we go. Placement is not perfection. So I'm going to just do this, I think. And I'm going to take that awesome ribbon and I'm going to tie it. Again, if you don't have this stuff, you really need it. I hope they bring it back in the annual catalog. I do love it so much. Actually, I love it more than the white. I don't know why. Maybe it's silkier, smoother. I don't know. It's pretty. It's really pretty though. Okay, so let me get some little glue dots here. You guys know one of those will get you stuck down really well. I'm going to actually stick it here. Like that. And that is a pretty card. I think that's really, love that. But I am going to do a little something more here. I did it on my original card and I like it. So I'm just going to get a piece of scrap, right? And I'm going to use my cherry cobbler. And I'm going to use one of the stamps in the set, Making Spirits Bright. And I will load that up. And do I have a block big enough? I'll make sure it's going triangular, corner to corner there. Okay, move this out of the way. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle because I'm actually going to fussy cut around this. Love that. Okay. So get my little scissors out here. You don't have to fussy cut it, but I didn't want to cover up that pretty wreath. I just wanted to add something to give it a little sentiment, something fun. All right, I'm gonna bring it around. Nothing fancy, guys, just going around here and kind of making it a little wiggly so it doesn't look perfect. Okay, there we go. And then what I wanted to do was to bring out, whoopsies, oh Lord, my whole drawer just about fell on my floor. That would not be good. So I've got this Simply Elegant trim. This is in the I think this is in the annual catalog. This will be one of the ones on sale. The ribbon, I think the ribbon's all 10% off. So what I will do is I'm going to, because this is so thin, I'm going to use a piece of this double-sided tape, tear and tape. It's going to hold it really well. And in the areas that it hangs over, you know, you can always pull that back into, let me show you. There we go. And what that's going to do for me is allow me to loop this around. I don't want it too loopy, but definitely want to give it some fun. That looks fun, doesn't it? Okay, let me get my mini dimensionals here. Wherever they are. And put those kind of in between. See, I might need, I don't want it to hang off the side. All right, I think we're good there. There's the gunshots again, good Lord. There's the gunshots again, good Lord. I don't know how my voice just came on there. All right, okay, so here we are. I'm gonna pull this back up. And there's our card. Look how simple. Pull this back up. Get this, there we go. Did you guys see that? You like that one? Okay, here's the first one that I did. I actually did the bow at the bottom. And this one is at the top. So, hope you like that one. Okay, let's see. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. We're just doing our Club Create cards. All right, let me move these out of the way, and then we'll get started on the third card, which is super fun. Let me clean my stamp real quick. Get this put up, or I will have a big old mess here. And we'll see what we've got going. Okay, so for the third card, all these little pieces you're going to get, it's this. So we're using some of that Simply Elegant trim here again. This same cutout that we had. You've got a fold here and a fold here, and then your white that you go ahead and write on here. Hopefully I held that where you could see it. So a really simple but fun fold card. We're going to start with a piece of real red, and we are going to not break the house down, not tear it down. Just get a cutter. That's all I needed to do. Get my paper trimmer. Okay, and this one's going to start at 4 1/4 by 11. All right, and get all this out of the way. I'll use that later. All right, and then we're going to score it, of course, at 5 1/2. All right, so there's that. And then we will cut off 2 3/4 inches. So you can literally take it over, slice that off, use this for something else. Okay. And thank you, Cassie. And then what we're going to do is we will, I'm not sure what we're going to do next. Let's see. I've cut all my pieces, so everything here. So I'm using this really beautiful, this wood grain. I just love this. So again, I wanted to kind of put that front and center. So that will be here. Glue that down to start off. And that will start this pretty card. All right, And then what I'm going to do is I've cut a piece of 5 1/4 by 4. All right, and I'm just going to lay that down. It's like a card layer right to the regular, like we do on the front, but it's going to now be on the inside. And just glue that up a little bit. And that just gives us a nice place to put our, kind of frames that inside. I love it. Okay, and then I have a piece of old olive, and I've actually scored it. It is 9 by 3 1/4, and just scored in half. So it's going to be like the inside layer. Can you see that? So I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to lay this down. And get that centered in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to do this beautiful piece of red. Isn't that pretty? Make sure I got this centered before it dries. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let me go ahead and layer this down. Fingers are so sticky. The layers are easy to add some really pretty dimension. Super easy to get that real pretty look. So then I've got this white piece that I'm going to go ahead and add to the inside. And to finish the inside off and make it really pop and coordinate, I have a piece of this wood grain that's going to go on the inside as well. So I just think that really finishes it off nicely. And that it coordinates. It's just a tiny, tiny, tiny little piece. Isn't that pretty? And I'm that girl that doesn't write a lot, so, you know, it works in my favor. So, get this here. Lay that down. Okay. So we are almost done. Can you believe it? So what I'm going to do now, I do need to get my Stampin' Cut and Boss machine back out because I'm going to take this white. I'm going to run it through. I think I'm going to do, I think I'll do, no, I'm going to do the quatrefoil. I love the quatrefoil. It is one of my favorites. So I'll get that. Get my chunk of metal up here. Get this out of the way. Take that guy out. You guys know that on the platform it tells you which one to use, right? I just don't always refer to it. Usually I can figure it out, but sometimes I need help. This is not a 3D. This is just a regular embossing folder. So, get this out of the way. And take this guy out. Okay. So now what we have is this beautiful quatrefoil. Can you see that? There you go. So pretty, right? It gives just the extra dimension that we were needing, that we all love. And I am going to take this piece here. I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. What do I do with my dimensionals? Here. And I'm going to add some of that beautiful trim around the piece that we did the quatrefoil on here. Get that down there. I'm going to use the gold. Love the gold with this. Okay. You can see I've used a ton of this stuff. It's quite cray-cray. I love it because it has like a little curl to it. So it actually looks really pretty whenever you go to tie it. So just wrap this around. And then tie this. I'm going to tie it like right there, right at the base. Okay. You can move it. Am I out of the camera? Hope not. Hope not. All right. So there's that. Get that cut off. And put that out of the way. And literally this kind of like just layers right in between there. Get that lined up there. So I'm going to actually add some, no, I'm just going to glue it down. Make it easy. Do some there. Just layer it right in there, right in the red. It doesn't want to stay for me. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make it stay. You add a little bit more glue here. I didn't get the edges. I didn't want to over glue it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is take your pick tool, take a little glue dot, pick it off, kind of squish it on itself there. I'm going to stick that right on the knot, right where that is tied down. That puppy is not moving now. So this is your third card. Do y'all like that? Hope you do. Let me show you all the cards. And then we're going to make a little box. Box is super fun. So this was the third card. This is the second card. And this one was our first card. Aren't those fun? So fun with the bling and all. So we've got silver accent, gold, and gold accent. So you can see you can do either or, whatever you like the best, okay? So let's go ahead and get that out of the way, and I'm going to show you a fun, easy box that will hold all of those awesome cards. We put these dies back in here, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to use actually a, should I use this? This is the cherry cobbler. Do it a little bit different. Or should I use like green or red? What do you guys think? Thanks, Bev. Glad you like them. Wondering if I should do the box a little bit different or if I should use the real red or the garden green to match. Or I could also use pecan. I could use this pecan pie. What do you guys think for the box? What do you think would coordinate well? There's the cherry cobbler. Here's the garden green. And here is the real red. Let me grab a piece. Here we go. And there's the real red. Kind of lost the cherry cobbler. Cherry cobbler's right here. Cherry cobbler, garden green, or no, it would be spruce. Sorry, not garden green. My bad. Let's see. Put the garden green away. This shaded spruce. I'm almost out of that paper. Guess what's going on my order? Some shaded spruce. What do you guys think? Hi, Susan. All right, I see pecan pie, green, green, All right. I see 2 pecan pies. No, I saw 2 greens. All right, let's go with the green. Let's go classic. I like them all. Okay, well, let's just go with this. Here we go. Ready? Rock and roll. So, put those cards up. We are going to start with a full sheet of spruce, shaded spruce. And we're going to need the arm out on our paper trimmer. And, okay. All right, and then what we're going to do is take it on the 11-inch side, and we're going to take it almost to the 11 inches. We're going to cut a little smidge off, 1/8 off. And then we're going to actually cut a 1/2 inch off here, make it 8. All right. So then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and put it away. And I'm going to bring out my scoreboard. If you guys have one of these, it's fabulous. So here's all your measurements at the top, the inches and the 1/8 inches are on here, okay? And it actually holds this awesome stylus tool. I've had mine for, I don't know, probably 18 years. It's been forever. It's so old. But it's great. I've even marked on here some of the lines, like on the 1-inch mark, so that I can see those really well. But you want to make sure when you're using this, there's a bigger end and there's also a smaller end. And you can get off track if you're not careful. So you just want to focus on where you're actually scoring. So we're going to score here and just come straight down. Makes it very easy when you're making boxes or any kind of projects or things that you have to do a lot of scoring. All right, so this is here. And again, these are all 8s, so then you're going to flip it and do the same. This will all be in your project sheet, so you don't have to worry about what the measurements are. And this, there, whoops, I think I got off a little bit there. All right, and then I'm going to turn it here. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. And then here. All right. I think I got that straight. Looks like I did. Let's go down here. And here. I don't know if you guys can see my score marks, but this stylus will lock in there, okay? So here's what we have. Can you see the grid lines, the score lines? So what we're gonna do, when you get your kit, it's gonna make a lot more sense, okay? So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut up on the sides to the second score line for all of these. Okay. And we can do it for both. So just take your paper snips. And I actually like to cut it before I actually burnish all my edges and all of that. Everybody does it differently. Okay. So this will actually be, so this is kind of a different, box than probably what you're used to. Okay, move these out of the way. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to cut that off there as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to miter these edges. Get that off there. Things off the side. All right, and I'm going to do this one. Cut this edge. Make sure I'm not out of the camera. You guys still with me? Okay. miter on all these edges here. And then come over here and do the exact same thing. Cut that. Cut that. Miter this one. This one. These as well. This one. That one. That one. The reason we miter these is because it just makes your box go together much easier, and it just looks more finished. Okay, so let me move all of this out of the way, see if I need to cut anything else off. So what you have, right, is going to be, it's actually like this. So there's my mitered edge. So I'll show you as I fold it up here. All right, just fold this over. Okay, fold this one over. This one over. You get all of these edges nice and burnished. Okay. This one, there's no need to be in a hurry with it. You just take your time. I always have to think about now, what is this? Is this going to be the top? This is going to be the bottom. And actually I need to cut off one more thing, but let me see which one it is that I need to cut off. So what I have here is, this is going to be, let me cut this one off. Make sure I'm doing this right. I'm according to my, yes. Okay, so yep. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'm very visual, so I just want to make sure I'm doing this exactly right. And also for you to be able to go back and check it out in the video when you go to make it. That's always very helpful. I prefer a video than I do some picture or whatever. Directions are awesome, but pictures and a video, it's really good. Very helpful. All right, so we're going to actually cut this. This is the second score line. And this is going to be like the left side of your box, okay? It's a very, very easy box. It's just a matter of knowing what to cut and what not to cut and where to do this and where to do that, okay? So how this box is going to come together, this box will be, so this is the bottom. I'm holding this the right way. This is the bottom, this is the top, okay? And this is going to be like the top flap. So you are literally going to be gluing these to the inside of here. Let's go ahead and do it. And I'll show you. So glue on the inside of that. Glue on the inside of this. Okay. I'm going to glue those down like this, one at a time. And when you glue it, you can see where those actual mitered edges come together, and it just makes for a really nice look onto your box. So this is going to be like a flap. Make sure that's glued down. All right, so this is like going to be like a little lip. Can you see? I didn't glue it. It's just going to like hold your cards. This is the bottom. And then this will be, those will be open. Those will be open. Thank God I didn't glue that down. And then this part, this little flap will fold on the inside, go in between here. Can you see that better, the orientation? And we're going to actually glue that on the inside and glue that together. Then you've got, this is your box. This will be the front. This is the back. Got me? So let's go ahead and add some glue here. Whoops, went a little curvy there. Whoa, Nelly. We don't need that. I'll tell you that much. So let me get this all tucked in here. And all I'm doing, let me do it up like this so y'all can see. all I'm doing is I'm holding this edge here. Can you see that? That's just stationary. It's not glued down or anything. But I'm just going to get that nice little crease in the corner, and then I'm going to glue that in there. You see that? You see that? Just glue that and hold it, and just run that down here. Now you can go ahead and press that down if you want. But with this liquid glue, you know it's going to give a good, solid glue. And then here is your, let me go ahead and miter this. Oh, that didn't glue very well. What's going on there? Hang on just a minute. Give it some more time. I'm just giving it some pressure. Okay, should be good and glued now. I think it is anyway. Okay, so then we've got, this is our lid. And then this just literally tucks right down in there. Super simple. And again, it's going to fit all of our beautiful cards that we just made. And their envelopes, but I don't have the envelopes done. So we'll just do the cards. So this fits right down inside. Don't want to get my little spriggies caught. Tuck those babies right down in there. Okay. And that little flap. Get this one in the back. It's got a lot of pieces on it there. There we go. Okay. So just fit that right inside of there. And there's our box, right? And now what we need to do is just bring back our designer paper. And we're gonna put some fun stuff on the front. Decorate it really easily. And this will actually be, so let me do this, 5.5 by 4.25. So it's the same size as the cards that we've got on the inside of it, right? Isn't that so beautiful? Just put that there. And then we can even decorate it on the outside if you want. So we'll just lay that down. I'm gonna fussy cut that. It's just a scrap. I love how that comes together. And then what we can do is even do some of our beautiful ribbon that we used. Okay. You can just decorate it however you want. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Tie this. Do you guys have any questions? You like it? Good. I'm so glad you like it. Always tie a bow. I love bows. Especially with this ribbon. Come back here. Just kind of mess with it till you get it the way you want it. Right? And just cut it off. Too much stuff, y'all. There's just too much on my table. All right, and I'm actually going to dimensional this up. If I can find them. Ta-da. Get that secured down with the dimensional. He won't go anywhere. Okay. There's that. That's so pretty. Get it all lined up. There we go. And, I gotta get fancy. Let's see here. We gotta have some sparkle. Who doesn't want sparkle? Foul punch, thank you very much. We'll do an even or an odd number. Let's get the third guy out there. There's that. And then what else are we gonna do? I need a sentiment, something for the front. Let's see. I've got a bunch of scraps running around here. Let's do a real red ink wherever it's at, since we used garden green on the box. And we are going to use, let's see what the stamp set had in it. Let's do this. Let's make it a to and a from, right? To and from. And I'm also going to do joyous. Stamp that. And I will use close this up because my elbow will be red. And I'm going to grab this right here. Have these cute little tags. Will that fit? Nope. Let's do it that way. Yes, that will fit perfectly. Do that one, and then I'm gonna do one other. Let's see, where's my other die set? I have, let's see, y'all. I've got my nested essential dies. Would that fit? No. See, I didn't plan this. This is just all kind of impromptu. That's like the best, right? I have my, where's my other one? I think it's, I put it away. Let me grab it. This is, there's the gunshots again. All right, this is my, what do you call this? The stitched essential dies. That'll be beautiful. That'll be perfect. I think I'll do that. So, easy does it. Let's bring this back up. When you have a few of the essential dies that actually do the tags and stuff, you can put together anything and, I'll do it this way, and come up with, like, you know, just very easy projects that way. All right, so do this down. And the little tag is actually from the Sending Cheer, which we'll be using that in my next stamp camp, my retreat coming up. So that'll be fun. Love that one. You're so funny, Amy. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I will untie this, actually. I'm going to use this to go through the ribbon, right? I'm going to tie it back. So it's like a little gift, right? This is like perfect. Who wouldn't want this beautiful gift? So there's that. And then we are going to, of course, stick these underneath here. Here we go again. See if we can get these bad boys to, there we go. Hello. Gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is put my label, my little sentiment, over my ribbon. Okay, so I can actually just do these underneath here. We may only need 2. What do y'all think? Let's do this. You can still see the green. Love that. How fun. Gonna need one more small half-dimensional here. Stick this right underneath there so it sticks really, really good with that ribbon. Okay. And there you go, a fun little gift package. So you open it up and then you pull out these gorgeous cards and you're so happy to get those cards, right? So there's the one. Here's the second. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put the white on the back. We'll do it before I hang up here. And then this is the third. So fun. All right, so let me get, I feel like I had, maybe this is my white. This was my white. Look at that. That was supposed to go there. Thank God I didn't use it as my scrap. Oh my goodness, y'all. Crazy life. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? And then just glue that down. And this is where you're going to write your little sweet message to your person that you love. Telling them just how much you think about them and how much you care about them. And then again, that goes right in our little box. I won't put it back in. But there is our Club Create. Get this cleaned up. And how fun is that? 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, and a box. All right. So if you guys are still on the fence thinking maybe not on the upcoming November Stamp Camp, it closes tonight at midnight Eastern Time. It will be a lot of fun. If you didn't catch the beginning of the live tonight, you can see a sneak peek on the replay on my YouTube channel, Jen's Creative Stampers, on YouTube. And I did give a little sneak peek, but if you want to be surprised, don't look at it. We're going to have a ton of fun. There's a lot of projects, a lot of things that you're going to be able to take home and create more with. You know, I believe in that, giving you the product to feel it, to touch it, to make more and be inspired and share it with the ones that your family and friends that you love. So if you want this kit, this will be available. I screwed up actually last week. I should have done this last Sunday and given y'all to the 15th. Totally messed it up. So what I'm going to do is keep this open. So any of the registration link is out on Facebook under my Club Create. It'll be open until the 20th. So I posted the link as well. If you want to order more product, you can get the sale, the 14th, 15th, or 14, 15, or 16. And I just had that out there. Again, 10%. Here it is. I got it. I actually did this. So 10% off on all the ribbons in the annual catalog. Let me get my screen. Hopefully you guys can still see this. You still with me? Use the last bow on the to from tag. Yes, you're right, Beverly. Let me do that. Where's the to from? Here it is. Where's the bow? Here it is. You are so right, Beverly. Bling is essential on everything we do. And if you don't have this, use a Wink of Stella pen. Oh, golly. Here we go. Oh, boy. I'm telling you. Why is this so hard? Normally they just like fall off. I run them to the die and it's like, bam, they're gone, the backs. Oh my goodness. Come on, people. Okay. This thing does not like me. Well, anyway. Oh, here it is. Okay. You're right, Bev. Here we go. To from. There we go. That's beautiful. So perfect. Thank you. Thanks for that, Bev. Okay, so to recap the sale, make sure you get your order. You know, like I posted, if you're naughty or nice, Santa knows. Y'all have all been nice, extra nice all year. So cash in on this sale. Page 143, page 144 in the annual catalog. It's all 10% off, the ribbons and the trims. And then you've got the inks, and look at 122, 123 are all the stamp pads. Those are the inks. You've got the refills, the alcohol markers called the blends. You get all of those at 15% off. And then you also get all the papers that are listed here, the cardstock. You also get the page 127, these, 20% off, page 127. And then page 129 is designer series paper, all the way to 133. All of these papers are 20% off, okay? So it's a great, great deal. Don't miss it. Stock up, get your ink pads, your blends. Those last you forever. Again, it's in the annual catalog. It's not out of the mini, only in the annual catalog. If you have any questions, let me know. But if there's anything I didn't cover, anything you're confused about, send me a PM, send me a message, and I'll get an answer for you as soon as possible. So thank you. I hope you love this. Thank you for joining me live, and I'll double check to make sure there's no other questions. And I hope you guys have an awesome week. I will see you next Sunday if you registered for the event. Otherwise, have a good Sunday. I'm not sure if I'll make it to my live here that night or not. We'll have to see how it goes. So if you don't see me, you know why, but I'll post a message. Have a good week. Thanks again. Bye, y'all.